Imagine you are the ultimate athlete of the Serengeti. You are a cheetah. You've spent the last 3 hours stalking a gazelle. Your heart is hammering against your ribs, and your muscles are primed like a loaded spring. You burst into a sprint, 60 miles per hour, burning through a day's worth of calories in seconds. You miss. The gazelle vanishes, and now you are exhausted, overheated, and closer to starvation than you were 5 minutes ago. We've been told our whole lives that the apex hunter is the winner of the world. We look at the lion or the wolf and see power. But what if the most successful strategy in history isn't the one who kills, but the one who waits? What if the real king of the ecosystem isn't the predator risking its life for a meal, but the scavenger picking up the check? In the brutal math of evolution, being a hunter is a high-stakes gamble that most animals lose. Being a scavenger? That's just smart business. Let's look at the stats, because nature is a numbers game. We think of lions as unstoppable, but the reality is embarrassing. African lions fail roughly 70 to 80% of the time they try to hunt. Imagine if you went to work and only got paid 2 days out of every 10. You'd be bankrupt. For a hunter, every missed attempt isn't just a bummer, it's a massive energy deficit. Unlike a herbivore that can just walk to the next patch of grass, a predator can't simply restart the hunt without a massive physical cost. This is the predator's trap. If they don't catch something, they don't eat. Now look at the scavenger. While the lion is bleeding and panting after a failed kill, the scavenger, the vulture, the hyena, or even the lowly beetle is watching. They aren't burning calories on the chase. They are letting the hunter do the work, pay the physical price, and take the risk of getting kicked by a zebra. From a purely evolutionary perspective, the scavenger has hacked the system.
Why does this work? It comes down to the energy pyramid. Most of the sun's energy stays in the plants. Herbivores get a fraction of that. Predators get a tiny sliver of that. Nature is built to support millions of prey animals, but only a handful of hunters. Because energy is lost at every step of the food chain, being a specialist hunter is like trying to run a Ferrari on a lawnmower's fuel tank. But a scavenger? They operate on the leftover energy that the pyramid normally discards, and there is always leftovers. Think about this. There are roughly 1.5 billion cattle and 1 billion sheep on Earth. They all eventually die. Whether they are killed by a predator or just old age, that energy becomes available. And here's a weird historical detail. Look at the saber-tooth cats. They were the most formidable hunters to ever walk the Earth, perfectly evolved to take down massive prey. Today, they are extinct. Do you know who survived the Ice Age alongside them? The vultures, the crows, the trash eaters. When the big prey disappeared and the hunting got hard, the hunters starved. The scavengers just changed their menu. There's another reason the hunter's life is miserable: competition. When you're at the top, you're not just looking for food, you're looking over your shoulder. Predators don't just hunt prey, they fight each other. Lions kill other lions for territory. Wolves spend days defending their packs from rivals. Studies show that conflict with other predators is a leading cause of death for large carnivores. Scavengers, however, have mastered the art of cooperation. Think of the alarm calls of prairie dogs or the sentries of meerkats. They rely on numbers, vigilance, and early warning systems. They don't need to be the strongest, they just need to be the most informed. While the hunters are busy killing each other for the crown, the scavengers are busy surviving. We admire predators because they look impressive. We put them on our flags and our sports logos. But evolution doesn't care about looking cool. It cares about reproduction and head count. By every metric, population size, recovery from disaster, and sheer longevity across millions of years, the flexible animals win. If you were designing a species from scratch and your only goal was to make sure it was still here in 10 million years, you wouldn't design a lion. You'd design something that isn't too proud to eat what's left behind. Because in the long history of life on Earth, being the king of the jungle is a short, violent, and often hungry reign. But being the one who cleans up the mess, that is the ultimate survival strategy. Sometimes, the best way to win the game of life isn't to be the best hunter. It's to be the one who's still there when the hunter is gone.